Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge etc. Jai Hind, your daily boost. Tithi Nakshatra and important anniversaries, a spiritual and historical insight of 3rd December 2024, Tuesday. Bengali date 17 অগ্রহায়ণ 1431. As per Beni Madhavsil Ponjika, today's Tithi is Shukla Ditya and up to 1235 hours, and after that Shukla Tritiya. Today's Nakshatra is Mula Nakshatra and up to 1700 hours, and after that Purva Asada Nakshatra. Today is 338th day of the year. There are then 28 days left in 2024. Today is 49th Tuesday of 2024. Today is Chandra Darshan. Chandra Darshan is the first day of moon sighting after no moon day. In Hinduism, the new moon day is known as Amavasya, and the first sighting of moon after new moon has religious significance. People observe a day-long fast and break it after sighting new moon on Chandra Darshan day. Predicting the first day of Chandra Darshan is always a challenging task for Panchang makers. The moon is visible only for a short span of time on the first day of Chandra Darshan, and that is just after the sunset. In other words, the moon sets about 1 hour after sunset and can be sighted only after sunset due to being in the same horizon as that of the sun. Hence, the moon can be sighted only after the sunset, when it is also going to be set. Today is International Day of Persons with Disabilities, World Handicap Day. International Day of Persons with Disabilities, December 3, is an international observance promoted by the United Nations since 1992. It has been observed with varying degrees of success around the planet. The observance of the day aims to promote an understanding of disability issues and mobilize support for the dignity, rights, and well-being of persons with disabilities. It also seeks to increase awareness of gains to be derived from the integration of persons with disabilities in every aspect of political, social, economic, and cultural life. It was originally called International Day of Disabled Persons until 2007. Each year the day focuses on different issue. Today is World County Day. World County Day is celebrated annually on December 3rd to raise awareness about the conservation of the Coatimundi, a fascinating mammal related to raccoons. Established in 2019 by a non-profit organization, the day emphasizes the importance of protecting coatis and their habitats across regions from Arizona to South America. These animals play a crucial ecological role, acting as landscapers by controlling pests and promoting plant growth. World Coati Day encourages learning about these animals, supporting conservation projects, and spreading awareness through social media using the hashtag World Coati Day. Today is World Trick Shot Day. World Trick Shot Day is celebrated on the first Tuesday of December each year, which falls on December 3 in 2024. Established by the Harlem Globetrotters in 2016, this day highlights the creativity and skill involved in performing trick shots, particularly in basketball. Trick shots are impressive, seemingly impossible feats that often defy the laws of physics, adding an entertaining twist to sports like basketball, billiards, and more. The day encourages participants to showcase their skills by sharing videos of their best trick shots on social media using hashtags like World Trick Shot Day. Fans can celebrate it by learning new trick shots, watching exhibition games, or even hosting their own trick shot competitions. Today is birth anniversary of Shahid Khudiram Bose, 3rd December 1889 to 11th August 1908. Khudiram Bose was an Indian nationalist from Bengal Presidency who opposed British rule of India. For his role in the Muzaffarpur conspiracy case, along with Prafullo Chaki, he was sentenced to death for the attempted assassination of a British judge, Magistrate Douglas Kingsford, by throwing bombs on the carriage they suspected the man was in. Magistrate Kingsford, however, was seated in the different carriage, and the throwing of bombs resulted in the deaths of two British women. Propullo fatally shot himself before the arrest. Khudiram was arrested and tried for the murder of the two women, ultimately being sentenced to death. He was one of the first Indian revolutionaries in Bengal to be executed by the British. At the time of his hanging, Khudiram was 18 years, 8 months, and 8 days, 10 hours old, making him the second youngest revolutionary in India. Mahatma Gandhi, however, denounced the violence, lamenting the deaths of the two innocent women. He stated that the Indian people will not win their freedom through these methods. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, in his newspaper Kesari, defended the two young men and called for immediate Swaraj. This was followed by the immediate arrest of Tilak by the British colonial government on charges of sedition. Today is birth anniversary of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, 3rd December 1884 to 28th February 1963. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was an Indian politician, lawyer, journalist and scholar who served as the first president in India from 1952 to 1962. He joined the Indian National Congress during the Indian independence movement and became a major leader from the region of Bihar. A supporter of Mahatma Gandhi, Prasad was imprisoned by British authorities during the Salt Satyagraha of 1930 and the Quit India movement of 1942. After the Constituent Assembly 1946 elections, Prasad served as First Minister of Food and Agriculture in the central government from 1947 to 1948. Upon independence in 1947, Prasad was elected as President of the Constituent Assembly of India, which prepared the Constitution of India and which served as the provisional parliament. When India became a republic in 1950, Prasad was elected as its first president by the Constituent Assembly. As president, Prasad established a tradition for non-partisanship and independence for the office bearers and retired from Congress party politics. Although a ceremonial head of state, Prasad encouraged the development of education in India and advised government on several occasions. In 1957, Prasad was re-elected to the presidency, becoming the only president to serve two full terms. Prasad stayed in office for the longest term of around 12 years. Post the completion of his tenure, he quit the Congress and set up new guidelines for parliamentarians, which are still followed. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Nandalal Bose, 3rd December 1882 to 16 April 1966. Nandalal Bose was one of the pioneers of modern Indian art and key figure of contextual modernism. A pupil of Rabindranath Tagore, Bose was known for his Indian style of painting. He became the principal of Kala Bhavan, Santiniketan in 1921. He was influenced by the Tagore family and the murals of Ajanta. His classic works include paintings of scenes from Indian mythologies, women and village life. Today, many critics consider his paintings among India's most important modern paintings. In 1976, the Archaeological Survey of India, Department of Culture, Government of India declared his works among the 9 artists whose work, not being antiquities, were to be henceforth considered to be art treasures having regard to their artistic and aesthetic value. He was given the work of illustrating the Constitution of India. Today is death anniversary of Major Dhyan Chand, 29 August 1905 to 3rd December 1979. Major Dhyan Chand was an Indian field hockey player. He is widely regarded by many as the greatest field hockey player in world history. He was known for his extraordinary ball control and goal scoring feats. In addition to earning 3 Olympic gold medals in 1928, 1932 and 1936, during an era where India dominated field hockey, Dhyan Chand's influence extended beyond these victories as India won the field hockey event in 7 out of 8 Olympics from 1928 to 1964. Known as the Wizard or the Magician of Hockey for his superb ball control, Chand played internationally from 1926 to 1949, where he scored 570 goals in 185 matches, according to his autobiography. goal and over 1,000 goals in his entire domestic and international career. BBC called him the hockey's equivalent of Muhammad Ali. The government of India awarded Chand India's third highest civilian honor, the Padma Bhushan, in 1956. His birthday, 29 August, is celebrated as National Sports Day in India every year. India's highest sporting honor, Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award, is named after him. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Manik Bandyopadhyay, 19 May 1908 to 3rd December 1956. Manik Bandyopadhyay is an Indian author regarded as one of the major figures of 20th century Bengali literature. During a lifespan of 48 years and 28 years of literary career, battling with epilepsy from the age of around 28 and financial strains all along, he produced some masterpieces of novels and short stories. Besides some poems, essays, etc., one of the early neo-realized films shot in Pakistan, The Day Shall Dawn, is based on his story. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Dev Anand, 26 September 1923 to 3rd December 2011. The 1965 film Guide marked a major milestone in Anand's career. Based on the novel by R.K. Narayanan, it became a box office success and was entered the Best Foreign Language Film at the 38th Academy Awards. He reunited with Vijay Anand for the movie Jewel Thief 1967, based on the thriller genre. It went on to become a hit at the box office. In the 70s, he forayed into direction with espionage drama Prem Pujari. Throughout the 70s and 80s, he starred in a number of highly successful films, including Johnny Mera Naam 1970, which was highest grosser of the year, Hare Rama Hare Krishna 1971, Banarasi Babu 1973, Hirapanna 1973, Amir Garib 1974, Warrant 1975, Desh Pardesh 1978, Swami Dada 1982, and Laskar 1989. The 2011 film Charge was Anand's final film. Anand's first dialogue delivery and unique nodding style became the trademarks of his acting in movies. His style was often copied by other actors. Many of Dev Anand's films explored his cultural viewpoint of the world and often highlighted many socially relevant topics. Anand won the Filmfare Award for Best Actor for the films Kalapani and Guide. Anand was married to actress Kalpana Karthik, with whom he had two children, including Sunil Anand. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Robert Louis Stevenson, 30th November 1850 to 3rd December 1894. Robert Louis Stevenson was a Scottish novelist, essayist, poet and travel writer. He is best known for works such as Treasure Island, Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Kidnapped and a Child's Garden of Verses. Born and educated in Edinburgh, Stevenson suffered from serious bronchial trouble for much of his life but continued to write prolifically and travel widely to defiance of his poor health. As a young man, he mixed in London literary circles, receiving encouragement from Sidney Colvin, Andrew Lang, Edmund Goose, Leslie Stephen, and W. E. Henley, the last of whom may have provided the model for Long John Silver in Treasure Island. In 1890, he settled in Samoa, where, alarmed at increasing European and American influence in the South Sea Islands, his writing turned from romance and adventures fiction toward a darker realism. He died of a stroke in his Iceland home in 1894 at the age of 44. A celebrity in his lifetime, Stevenson's critical reputation has fluctuated since his death, though today his works are held in general acclaim. In 2018, he was ranked just behind Charles Dickens as the 26th most translated author in the world. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Carl Manne George Sigborn, 3rd December 1886 to 26 September 1978. Carl Manne George Sigban was a Swedish physicist who was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1924 for his discoveries and research in the field of X-ray spectroscopy. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Richard Kuhn, 3rd December 1900 to 31st July 1967. Richard Johann Kuhn was an Austrian-German biochemist who was awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1938 for his work on carotenoids and vitamins. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Paul Crutzen, 3rd December 1933 to 28th January 2021. Paul Joseph Crutzen was a Dutch meteorologist and atmospheric chemist. In 1995, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry alongside Mario Molina and Frank Sherwood Rowland for their work on atmospheric chemistry and specifically for his efforts in studying the formation and decomposition of atmospheric ozone. In addition to studying the ozone layer and climate change, he popularized the term Anthropocene to describe a proposed new epoch in the Quaternary period when human actions have a drastic effect on the earth. He was also amongst the first few scientists to introduce the idea of a nuclear winter to describe the potential climatic effects stemming from large-scale atmospheric pollution including smoke from forest fires, industrial exhaust and other sources like oil fires. He was a member of the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences and an elected foreign member of the Royal Society in the United Kingdom. Thank you very much for your patience.